prepared a statement. However, I'm fearful to deliver it as I prepared it. No. So I'm just going to speak from the heart. And sort of summarize what I prepared. And I feel very ashamed that I'm so fearful, physically and professionally, to be able to make this statement in your midst today. I first wanted to talk about the restorative justice process. I now sort of, I don't think that it's necessarily proper to criticize restorative justice going forward, because restorative justice is no more, I guess, at least for the next few days. However, I have felt a lot of trauma because of this process over the past several months. 90 days. I feel that covenants were not respected, and it's been very difficult. In the past couple of days, I have felt personally hurt by trying to get this statement together, and things that were going to be in it or not going to be in it. It's very, very complicated, I guess. But I've come away kind of hurt by people who I really respected, and the tone of language that's been used in this process. And there's a lot of, I think, legitimate debate over what restorative justice looks like. Over the past week or so, I've been looking into what restorative justice is and can be, and there's no consensus on what restorative justice is. I mean, it's no secret that one of the most difficult things to do is to strike a balance between justice, retributive justice, and therapeutic justice, healing justice. That's a very difficult balance to strike. So because of that, there are scholars who believe that restorative justice puts too much emphasis on reintegrating the perpetrator without acknowledging the harm of the victim. So there are other movements such as parallel justice and integrative justice that also look at those things. I do want to thank restorative justice for doing what they've done. It's very difficult, I know, and this has not been an easy issue to deal with, and it's been sort of thrust upon you. But I think it's important for me to acknowledge that the process itself has, at times, and even very recently, been profoundly, personally hurtful. Concerning Jason Steen, I feel profound disappointment toward him for his actions to Dorsey, to other women. And one thing that the Restorative Justice Committee did not say, that I will say, is that I felt that Jason's behavior over the past several months has been a pattern of bias against women. And I further sort of resent the statement that I just heard that seems to be endemic to Occupy Nashville, that pulling the race card or pulling the gender card is in some way a cop-out. Well, you know what? It's not, because people are not equal. You know, I hear a lot of talk at Occupy Nashville that everyone is equal. Everyone can come to the table on an equal footing. That's bullshit. You know that's not true. If you think that's true, you need to check your white privilege at the goddamn door. Because that is absolutely not true. Or your male privilege, or your cis privilege, or your religious privilege, or your educational privilege. Whatever it is, we have to continually consider what it is that's oppressive. And Jason's conduct has been oppressive. Extremely oppressive. Dorsey has been profoundly hurt, and the conduct continues. Jason recently posted on Facebook some very hurtful comments about another woman, Eva Butler, whom you can have your own opinion about, but she's a human, and she is an activist, and she spent more time on this plaza than I have, whether you like her or not. And Jason's comments were profoundly hurtful. They included disparaging her career and calling her a prostitute when she went in, and saying that in a derogatory term, not to say that she's an organized sex worker, which she's not. That is the probably the most hurtful thing a massage therapist could ever hear. And I think that everyone saw that on Facebook, and no one did a fucking thing.
I didn't see it. Oh, whoa, whoa. No, wait, whoa, excuse me. I know, Will, but please don't say everybody, because I don't go on Facebook, y'all. Ain't fair, please.
And it was not related to Occupy Nashville.
Can I speak?
I'm just going to say,
I mean, we
not
just talked
everybody.
about that, right? About silencing unpopular viewpoints. You probably won't have to worry about seeing me back again, so don't just deal with
I
it.
wasn't trying to silence you, I was just being under assault, bro.
Thank you.
Your heart. My heart.
It doesn't matter if it's on Occupy Nashville official media or not. That's irrelevant, and you know it. It is that's bizarre. In fact, I believe that I know that Jason Steen posted on the Occupy Nashville group, where a lot of things get planned, and where a lot of people have been excluded and kicked out. I'm sure that I will be next. That we should all call the Department of Health and say that Eva gives happy ending massages. It did not end there. Last night, a Twitter account was created that had a photograph of Eva Wattler, a copyrighted photograph of Eva Wattler, emblazoned with the words bacon, bacon, bacon. And as we all know, Eva is Jewish. If you don't know, eating pork is forbidden by kosher rules. But she's also vegan. I mean, that's also offensive, but it's not anti-Semitic. The Twitter account went even further. It mentioned her employment place and said that her place of employment would be giving 2-for-1 specials on surprise ending massages. Occupy Nashville's failure to stand up to oppression and challenge each other has been profoundly hurtful to lots of people, and it has been extremely traumatizing to witness. I